our show, we often talk, don't we, together about the power of comedy and how it can make you laugh and, certain things that you remember, you recall from the golden days of wonderful comedy to chat shows like Dick Cavett, Jack Parr, Johnny Carson, over here, the late Michael Parkinson. I also enjoyed Michael Aspel. Who remembers him if you're living in this part of the world? He was great, was he not? Of course, done everything. BBC announcer, crackerjack presenter, This Is Your Life, and his chat show, which did incredibly well, Aspel and Co. Sadly, he seems to be wiped out a lot of that, not quite sure why. But here's the problem, you see, about how we now, you and I, the chums that we are on this channel, our community, don't have any entertainment. It's all down to the TV bosses. And when I explain this story to you, you'll totally understand exactly what I mean. You see, way back in the 1970s over here in the United Kingdom, we had a brilliant comedy show called On the Buses. And it was absolutely hilarious, still funny today, right? Screened over here on one of the satellite spring-off channels, ITV3 on a regular basis. It spurned two mega big busting films at the box office and starred, of course, Reg Varney, Bob Grant, and so many others who made it very, very funny. Now, up at the Edinburgh TV Festival, professional bore of ITV, Kevin Lithgow, has basically stated that he's never seen On the Buses, and it's not the sort of thing that he would watch, even though back in the 1970s it got over 60 million viewers. More worrying though for ITV bosses and of course Kevin, who clearly is not connected with the audience that still watch ITV3, On the Buses is screened virtually every single day. So how much of his own channel does he watch? And more importantly, how insulting is it to said viewers, that's you and I, and perhaps if you're watching it on YouTube around the world or other subsidiary channels that have actually decided to screen it, it basically says that, oh, that's way too common, not the sort of thing we want now. Kevin, you see, is now the boss of ITVX, which is a streaming service watched by the very few. But seemingly the very few are now the very big, as it were, in deciding what we, you, I, and the rest of the viewing public should watch. As ever, you couldn't make up the thickness of these people that are absolutely in charge of what they're supposed to be doing and providing us with entertainment. The only bonus about ITV is that it's truly funded by, of course, the commercial sector. But with this sort of person in charge, how long will that last? Let me know, were you a fan of On the Buses, Rising Damp, Love Thy Neighbour, and all those classic comedies like Man About the House way back in the 70s? And do you still rewatch the reruns today? More importantly, do they make you laugh? If so, let me know in the comments below. Neil Sean in the very heart of a beautiful English countryside.